Clark spent 20 minutes signing autographs. She made her way 2/3 of the arena. She signed literally hundreds of autographs. She signed hundreds of autographs. And if you guys didn't see that game today, there were as many Fever fans as there were Sky fans.
Because it looked like Caitlin Clark went to Chicago and took the city over. It looked like she took the city over.
People are showing up just to witness Caitlin Clark. It's like she's the damn Beatles.
Angel, pray up. Me, Bound Reese, I hope you listening. It looks like that line was for my precious CC. How she pulled up in your...
Remember that Reebok campaign where Angel Reese tried to get cute with the whole "come to your trap, take over your trap" routine during All-Star Weekend in Indianapolis? Well, congratulations, Angel, because Caitlin Clark just walked into your so-called trap and took it over in the most humiliating way possible. And you conveniently vanished with another one of those mysterious injuries that always seem to show up right when the spotlight does.
Now see, this the real version of walking your trap and take over your trap. Look at this. Look at that. All them jerseys. I would hate Caitlin too. And I wasn't even aware. Wasn't this supposed to be Barbie night or something? Come on, Caitlin walked in and took over, and she didn't even play.
So Caitlin Clark is not playing the game. And like, by the way, like, people didn't know whether or not Caitlin was playing that game until the very end. There are hundreds of fans that were there to see Caitlin Clark play on the off chance Caitlin Clark would be able to sign something. She was there. She spent like 20 minutes autographing everything.
What happened to Miss Angel Reese? She's all in Indiana during All-Star, and her Reebok campaign, "come to your trap, take over your trap."
I think this what means when you walk into your trap and take over. She in your city. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I forgot about that tweet. Walk in your trap, take over your trap. I just realized that. I'm like, oh my God, there's no way.
The irony is so flawless, it practically feels scripted. There was Clark, causing absolute pandemonium in Chicago, while Reese nursed her suspicious back issue that no one seriously believes is keeping her out of meaningful games. Outside the United Center, Clark triggered Beatles-level hysteria, signing over 200 autographs for fans who treated her like basketball royalty. Meanwhile, Reese was posting cryptic couch selfies from what should have been her home court moment. The trap. It's been taken over, leveled, and renamed. Because real stars show up when it counts. Fake ones find creative ways to avoid getting exposed on national television. If you're witnessing this star power unfold in real time, go ahead and smash that like button, because what happened next proves why business decisions follow real talent, not viral engagement metrics.
Caitlin Clark took over Chicago. She signed autographs for hours. This wasn't no extras that was paid to come stand in the scene. No, these were real people trying to get autographs.
She understands the responsibility of being the face of the league. And I don't necessarily know if she wants it, but she understands it.
Who the biggest superstar? I'm waiting.
Come on, man. I don't know how you could ever imagine, like, how can you compete with this? Come on, just leave it alone, Angel. And this is why I'm saying, you be making yourself look crazy because in all actuality, there's no comparison between you.
The visual contrast was vicious. Clark, injured, still made time to deeply connect with fans who adore her. And the so-called hometown hero, ghosted, just when leadership mattered most. This is the fallout when you hitch your brand to someone else's success instead of building your own. Eventually, reality shows up with receipts. And it doesn't care how slick your marketing is. Authentic greatness and manufactured relevance may look similar in ads, but only one survives live under the lights.
I actually feel bad for Angel Reese at this point, and it has nothing to do with like how she's handled herself or anything. It's just simply Caitlin Clark is so much better than Angel Reese at basketball that it doesn't feel fair.
Yeah, I think Angel Reese is struggling with the fact that Caitlin Clark is better at her best thing than she is.
She's better at everything.
And
she had a triple-double. She's tied for the third most triple-doubles in WNBA history, and she's played 50 games.
Yeah.
She's just better.
This is why I say, Angel Reese, you need to stop trying to attach yourself to this girl at every turn because you cannot measure up. You don't have as many followers you have on Instagram. That is great. I will not take away from the fact that you are one of the bigger brands in the WNBA. You are a star in your own right, but you are not Caitlin Clark. It's a difference. It's a difference from De'Aaron Fox being at the All-Star game and Steph Curry being there. It's a difference. I'm sorry, it just is. You need to stop trying to attach yourself to this girl at every turn because she have officially come to your trap and taken over your trap. Look at all of the fans coming from all over.
What you call real results. This is real life. Caitlin on a away game to somebody y'all think is on her level. She walks in and take over. And it's outstanding. I'm pretty sure it was more people there for Caitlin than it was for anybody on Chicago team. See, online, you would think that the person on the other side, the person on Chicago, could even come close to Caitlin. And when in reality,
That Clark could stir this level of excitement while Injured explains why she commands premium treatment. It's not just about numbers, it's about resonance. While she signed autographs outside, her teammates stepped up inside, making their own statement. Kelsey Mitchell took the floor at the United Center and made it crystal clear that Indiana wasn't about to roll over. She lit up the court with a blistering 35-point performance, raining down 7 threes from every angle imaginable and turning a hostile arena into her own personal highlight reel.
Mitch put him in a ditch, and Michaela Timpson treating the Chicago Sky like a bunch of Simpsons. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Might be scorching hot right now. You have been so good on the road lately. 6 straight games, 24 points a game. How are you off to another hot start in a hostile environment?
I think about just staying in rhythm. And when I stay in rhythm, about being aggressive. So as long as I'm aggressive and being myself, they make it easy.
This wasn't just hot shooting, it was a masterclass in shot making. Mitchell delivered under pressure, fully aware of the stakes, proving the fever aren't a one-woman show. Without their star creator to bend defenses, Mitchell carried the offensive load with poise and fire, showing the kind of leadership and guts that big moments demand. Indiana was expected to struggle without Clark. Mitchell made sure they didn't.
Kelsey Mitchell, 7 for 10 from the three-point line, off the start, 8 points quick. You knew, oh, Kelsey Mitchell's hot today. Oh, Kelsey Mitchell's hot today. This might be her game. Let's keep the hot hand in. Let's keep the hot hand going. Let's set her some big body screens, get her open. Kelsey Mitchell, she did it all. 7 for 10 from the three-point line. She got to the rack. She got to the free throw line, carving up the defense, looking like a little snake, how she just slithers in and out of that defense. Kelsey Mitchell, salute to you.
She lit them up. I mean, she was on fire. On fire. She couldn't miss. I mean, everything was in the flow of the offense. Effortless, man. We got to give love to Kelsey Mitchell. 12 of 19 from the floor, 7 of 10 from 3, 35 points. Straight stirring the pot. Stirring the pot. She was cooking their ass today. Kelsey Mitchell was on one. She was on one. She was a plus 25 for the game. The Chicago Sky are a flat-out joke. This team is terrible.
And Kelsey Mitchell had a gargantuan game. Of course, Stephanie White, instead of letting her roll, took her out of the game. I don't understand what the deal is with that. I really...
Aaliyah Boston added a dominant 14 points and 11 rebounds, owning the paint and making Chicago's frontcourt look lost in the process. Ari McDonald chipped in 10 vital points off the bench, continuing her inspiring arc as a role player turned difference maker, despite not even being on the roster at season start. The most remarkable part of this performance? The sheer professionalism. From tip to buzzer, Indiana built leads and calmly extended them every time Chicago tried to rally. This wasn't luck. This was a team that knew exactly who they were, even without their brightest star on the floor.
Aaliyah Boston, she had a solid game. 14 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, only 3 turnovers, a plus 15 on the court, 5 for 9 from the field. She shot efficiently, and 2 steals, 2 blocks as well. So defensively, she did what she needed to do. I think they might have robbed her 1 assist. I think she really had 7 assists. They kept talking about it on the broadcast.
Chloe Bibby made her introduction to the Indiana Fever today right after getting picked up 8 points in 10 minutes and 48 seconds. She outscored Natasha Howard, who only played 12 minutes.
Ari McDonald, 10 points, 4 for 8 from the field, 4 assists, 4 turnovers. Aaron McDonald, it wasn't bad. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston and Michaela Timpson really put in the work.
7. The final score, 93-78, doesn't even begin to capture how thoroughly Chicago was dismantled in every phase of this game. The Fever dominated virtually every meaningful stat, turning what looked like a 15-point win on paper into something that felt more like a 30-point beatdown in real time. This kind of clinical road performance, without your best player, is exactly what championship-caliber teams do to lesser opponents. What made it worse for Chicago? This was supposed to be their get-right game, at home, season on the line, and they got bulldozed by a Fever team playing with fearless intensity and a clear identity. Indiana shot a blistering 48% from deep, held the Sky to just 31% from 3, and out-hustled them in every department that speaks to preparation, effort, and pride. Sophie Cunningham chipped in with 12 points and 7 rebounds, solidifying her status as one of the league's most reliable glue players. Meanwhile, the bench delivered again. Michaela Timpson, Lexi Hull, and others gave critical minutes that kept Indiana's rotation fresh. Coach Stephanie White's ability to balance playing time and maintain tempo was masterful, something that'll be invaluable when the playoff schedule tightens. Defensively, the Fever forced 17 turnovers and held the Sky to 41% shooting. That's not just intensity, that's collective buy-in. Chicago, by contrast, looked lost. They were out-rebounded 42-35 despite having supposedly superior size. They managed only 16 assists on 29 field goals, proof of a stagnant, isolation-heavy offense without flow or direction. Worse yet, the Sky are unraveling. This marked their 4th straight loss, and the issues go far beyond injuries. Coaching instability, an unbalanced roster, and internal tension have left them flailing for relevance, not playoff position. It's not just bad basketball, it's bad infrastructure. Their inability to show up at home, against a division rival missing its franchise star, is a red flag for anyone still pretending this is a championship-caliber organization. While Indiana builds stability and purpose, Chicago looks like a franchise caught in reactive mode, lurching from one hope to the next without a plan. The Sky's three-point inefficiency was especially telling. They took more shots than Indiana from deep, but couldn't convert, suggesting panic offense and poor shot selection. Meanwhile, the Fever moved the ball beautifully, 24 assists on 34 made shots, and never let up. Their defensive rotations were tight, communication was sharp, and rebounding came from hustle, not just height. This isn't about one bad night. It's about systemic cracks that have grown too large to ignore. In contrast, Indiana's structure and composure, with Clark out, no less, should terrify the rest of the WNBA. This is what real contenders look like: depth, toughness, and a coach in control. And when Clark returns, opponents won't be able to trap her without leaving others wide open. Mitchell, Boston, Cunningham, they're all proving they can punish you. That's championship DNA. Even more impressive is how Indiana isn't reliant on Clark doing superhero work every night. They've built a sustainable system, one that allows multiple players to thrive and adjust on the fly. The younger players have gained battle-tested experience in Clark's absence, and veterans like Mitchell have stepped into leadership roles with poise. Aaliyah Boston continues to anchor both ends of the floor, while Coach White deserves immense credit for keeping the locker room focused and locked in. Her tactical decisions, particularly the fast tempo and sharp rotations, don't always show up in box scores, but they laid the foundation for this kind of wire-to-wire dominance. The Fever aren't just winning, they're evolving. What used to be a team plagued by inconsistency is now showing maturity, chemistry, and belief. This didn't happen by accident. It came from leadership, accountability, and an organizational standard that demands excellence. That transformation was on full display in Chicago. And that brings us to the so-called rivalry. Let's call it what it is, a marketing mirage. Caitlin Clark generated pandemonium from outside the arena while in street clothes. Angel Reese, meanwhile, was MIA, again, with a conveniently timed injury. Say what you want, but business doesn't lie. Ice Cube spelled it out. Real market value doesn't come from Instagram captions or slick brand deals, it comes from performance and presence. Clark takes over cities. Reese avoids arenas. One changes the game, the other changes outfits. The financial gap. It's growing wider by the week. So, yeah, the trap. It's not just taken over. It's been demolished. The city belongs to Clark. The fake rivalry, cancelled. What's left is a sobering reminder that authentic greatness doesn't need hype. It just shows up, dominates, and lets the scoreboard and the fans do the talking. Peace.